Hey, it's Josiah. I'm here in Oakridge, just east of Eugene, Oregon, on this trail called Eula Ridge, splitting off of the Hardesty Trail. Apparently, this is supposed to be the steep one, so we will see how much walking I do versus how much riding I do. Hitting it totally blind, so can't get too ballsy. Out here by myself. Did get to share a shuttle ride with a couple ER docs that are working in the area, so that was really cool. Hopefully we can link up and ride some more. Seems like a lot of the stuff in this zone, at least from my first perception, is ooh, geez, I'm gonna climb. Oh man, ugh. I was in the terrible gear for that. A lot of the stuff here is pretty narrow, so it's like not even like the trail is all that difficult. It's just whew, kind of the exposure, I guess. Still don't think my lungs are fully recovered from the ride I did a couple days ago. A couple of these have been a bit higher elevation. I'm not quite used to. So again, this trail, woo, looked like it went around there. This trail is called Eula Ridge. Splits off of the Hardesty Mountain Trail. It's cool seeing all these wild rhododendrons. Probably not all that sweet to a lot of the locals, but cool seeing them. This trail is sweet as far. Gotta keep my eyes peeled. According to video, I think this is where it starts to get kind of steep, so this is where I practice my brake modulation and focus on keeping it rubber side down. And always do the super slick run later. Ooh, that corner's washed out. The guy I was watching the video of, I think, roasted most of his brakes on the way down this. We'll see how it is for me. Ooh, little hip. Ooh! Jump in the wrong place right before corner. That was sweet though. Reminds me a lot of some of the chutes and surf and turf, I guess. And I think there's still more to come based on video that I watched. The dirt is pretty perfect here. A little dry, but just underneath that dry top layer, there's a nice tacky layer. I'm trying to remember how long this one is, but it's a reasonably lengthy trail. I know it's over 3 miles. Honestly, it's closer to 3.5. I'll have to look that up. Ooh, here we got some steep stuff again. Gotta not get too carried away. It is really nice though, I will say, thus far what I've seen. Even though it's steep, like, you're not just going straight forever. Like there's some catches, which is really nice. God, this thing. That part did definitely not. Ooh. That is so washed out. I'm just gonna walk this because it looks so loose in here. But this part definitely gets the brakes heated up, that's for sure. kind of bummed with myself now because that was basically the end of the steep bit, but better safe than sorry when I'm way out in the middle of freaking nowhere, no reception by myself. I mean, there's a couple people that know where I'm at, but not exactly. If I stuff it out here, it's gonna be a bad time. And today is all about having fun. Let those brakes cool off a little bit. Woo. Today, I actually remembered the stupid wind protector, which for moments right now should be rather helpful. Nothing more annoying than trying to watch a mountain bike clip and all you can hear is in the mic the whole time. Super annoying. Tell you what though, this couple dollar foam cover, Amazon special, does the trick. It's actually kind of nice that there's a little bit of this pedal section between. Give those brakes a sec or two to cool. And also the forearms a sec or two to cool. Oh, here we go to the steep. Steep and chunky. Definitely excellent practice in brake modulation. Oh man, it's loose. Wonder if the GoPro will show any of this. I say this trail is at kind of the outside of my comfort level for what I would really ride on my own as far as steepness. Very doable, but definitely gotta pay attention, that's for sure. It is pretty sustained steep. Woo! Car is a little loose. So nice riding stuff that's closer to Washington though, as far as some actual loam carpet. Lots of good fresh stuff on this surface. Oh, I'm back into the steep. Yeah, this is definitely a trail you want to make sure you actually have brake pads left before you come. Tree branch right away. Yeah, if you had some crappy guide T brakes right now, you'd be somewhere off in the trees, down a ravine somewhere, questioning your life choices. This is definitely a 4-piston big rotor trail. I'm really thankful for these Saints right now. Here, doing the job. Be interesting to take a pyrometer to that rotor now. This is probably one of the most sustained trails as far as being on the brakes that I've been on yet. Ooh, got a little bitty decline. Look at that cedar loam. Oh yeah. Man, this is so nice out here. Pardon me while I clear the snot. Ooh, let's reset the feet here. Ooh, there's a little mouse. Wow, this one, see if you don't have good bars and grips, this trail will roast your hands quick. Puff, 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 puff. I thought this was a downhill trail. Oh man. All right, I give up. Pardon me while I hike by for just a second. It's crazy how this elevation actually does affect you. Feel a little more out of breath all the time. And it's not even crazy elevation either. I think at the top it's 4260 something for elevation. Oh man, looks like we actually get to go down again. Oh, now that I'm completely winded. There's a lot more loose rock here than places that I'm used to riding. Which is interesting because I don't, at least from a first view, see any like massive boulders or as much rock as I've seen places in Bellingham. Ooh, that's choppy. I guess there's just a lot of loose, kind of shaly stuff. Which, even though it's loose, it's not the end of the world for grip, I'm finding. However, if you had a big embedded piece, I can see how you'd want to kind of watch how you hit it with your tires, though. That could be a bummer and a half. Ooh, just kicked up a rock at my shin. Thank you, shin guard. Got really sucked to get a flat way up here. Thankful for my rear insert. The front, I've never had a flat on the front. We'll probably knock on wood somewhere. Dunk, dunk. Some of these trees are huge. I'm trying to tell what they are, but it's a little difficult to be rubbernecking when I'm trying to focus on the trail. I think this section with the switchbacks, if I remember correctly looking at trail forks, is kind of the halfway point. And I think from here on out, it gets a little less steep, more flowy, more jibby after we get past all these switchbacks. The dirt looks a little different, that's for sure. Ooh, that's a tight one. Got to take her slow for these. Outside of those switchbacks, not supportive. Crazy everywhere. Just riding on the side of a hill. Even if the trail's not difficult, gotta kind of pay attention because could find yourself sliding off the edge pretty easily and you'd keep rolling a ways. This trail is fun. I think this has definitely been one of my favorites thus far in terms of having good soil, a little actual undulation in the terrain, and not falling asleep riding it. Ooh, this is a real tight one. Oh man, that is really off camber. Off camber and super loose on the outside of that corner. That's one of those, hit it at 1 mile an hour type switchbacks. Even with that tiny bit of speed I was going there, it was too much. I'm glad this is widened here. That would be quite the skidder line there. Mandatory drifts only. Geez, this is a tight one too. I feel inadequate. I just don't want to wash out on the outside of that. Trying to avoid any really dumb mistakes. Gosh, this is such a ripper though. It does remind me a little of Mary's Peak in terms of like this bottom section kind of feeling like more of a repurposed hiking trail. I've got to stop. I got a spider web right on my nose. It tickles so bad. Yeah, it feels a little bit like a repurposed hiking trail here, but hopefully it opens up a bit. Oh yeah, the dirt's getting tackier by the minute down here. I like it. Ooh, that's kind of weird. All right, switchbacks. Let's get it over with. Start ripping again. Even the air feels more humid down here. I feel like I can actually breathe a little bit better down here. It's crazy how much of a difference that actually makes, like humidity and air pressure. At least for me, maybe I'm hypersensitive, but I can definitely tell the difference. Ew! I could see that would be a fun place to catch air if it didn't launch you right into a downed tree. Ooh. Little reroute. Ew! Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Less of that hiking trail switchback crap and more to the flow. Ew! This trail's got a little bit of something for everybody. I like it. It looks like you could ride that log as a skidder too. Well, like I said, there's a little bit of something for everything as long as you're comfortable with steep. That is definitely very sustained in the beginning. No way around it. You've got to be comfortable with your body positioning and brake modulation and just kind of shutting the brain off a little bit, because once you're in it for a while. Man, this part is ripping though. Woohoo! I can see why they made that straight line there. Pretty much impossible to make that corner if you hit that little jib there. Gonna keep hitting little fern needles. Really distracting. I keep thinking it's like a bug in my shirt. Part of the trail ripping. Gotta make sure I'm looking far ahead. Not getting in any trouble here. That was fun. Woohoo! It's just awesome being able to ride a single trail for this long. And I'm not even at the bottom either. Yo! Get my eyes far forward. Always a constant reminder on new trails, especially when it's kind of wide open like this. Don't want to be caught looking too close to my front tire. This trail's just so wide open, it's awesome. Oh, there's so much grip down there too. It looks slightly dry on the surface, but man, right underneath that is just this perfect packy loam. So good. Just have grip on speed dial. Up there at the top of kind of the same. Which is interesting though, because the rocks on top would slide, but you could tell. Ooh, what's that? Ooh, a little popper there. Oh man, jumped to nowhere. I was tempted, but then just a little bit further ahead I could tell the landing zone was all blown out from people riding right off the edge of the trail. Bushwhacking it. Gosh, this trail is great. Definitely gets the spicy stuff out of the way right in the beginning, though, that's for sure. Which is kind of nice, because if you're a little bit more tired, it's a bummer to hit that when you're already a little bit toast. Sudden switchbacks coming out of nowhere. Oh man, I missed a lot of good poppers. For a second I thought my pack was open. I wanted to make sure it wasn't. Ooh, I can hear the road down there. We must be getting close. Oh man, spider web. Man, that's a good one. Such a good trail. Just the right amount of spice to keep it nice and entertaining without making it feel like you're gonna completely die. But lots of open poppy stuff at the bottom too. So good. Money well spent. Wish I owned my own truck here to self-shuttle, but help support the local bike businesses anyway. I went with Cogwild shuttles. Do shuttles and tours and all kinds of stuff. Apparently they're in Bend as well. I guess this little connector here makes it to where I don't have to pedal up to the car quite so much, which sounds good to me because I parked slightly up the road. Ooh, that's a tight switchback. Barely. There we go. Oh, I don't know if I'm gonna make that one. Oh. Well, as I about eat it on an easy part, that is Eula Ridge in Oakridge, Oregon. Thanks for watching.